obviously you can't really judge them off of one game. But I thought it was interesting. The one thing, and I haven't seen the film yet. I'll go back and watch it. Game Pass is supposed to provide that um luxury for us again.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
hopefully we do get it because otherwise there's no reason to pay for Game Pass. But
Right.
what I wanted to say was it looked to me like the Niners played a ton of single high. And I think one of the biggest things, and you and I have actually done this on a Mondays with Fish. We talked about how the trend of the NFL, and one of the things I mentioned with the trend is I think split safety coverage is going to become the normal. And the single high defenses, the Seattle scheme defenses, the ones that can remain playing the Seattle front, actually they become heavy quarters teams. So they play match quarters, they play split safety quarters, and
And again, real
the
quick, for laymen out there that are a little lost, the reason single high safety stuff became so in vogue 10 years ago is it was a good way to stop the run. You get 8 men in the
A-man
box,
fronts.
8 men in the box, end of story. Now you're more concerned with stopping the pass and stop. You almost want teams to run the ball.
Yeah,
So you
the
get that
genius
7-man front. If with two safeties, it's way harder to throw deep. You pretty much
Vic
force
Fangio.
checkdowns. Yeah.
Vic Fangio's scheme, Brandon Staley's scheme, the
Yeah.
scheme that's in craze right now.
Yeah.
Everybody says best defensive scheme. They play split safety coverage. And
Yeah.
Brandon Staley, if you want me to break down the simplest form of what his defense is and why it was successful last year, they did not care about stopping the run. They
Right.
played split safety coverage and they tried to take away the pass. And then, of course, they stopped the run on
Because like
with
if your
creative.
entire offense is running the ball and quick passes, it's not explosive.
Yeah,
And you're going to make mistakes. You'll have holding penalties, drops, interceptions, sacks. We have Aaron Donald. Yeah,
they're
you
going to stop
can't
the pass. So
unless you have Tom Brady.
And
You're going
so
to blow it.
Robert Saleh, for example, last season, if you go look at the Niners coverage splits, they were not a cover three team anymore. They didn't play the match cover three zone that made Seattle famous. They played quarters, they played 2-man, and they played cover six, quarter,
Like
quarter,
Fangio.
half.
Yeah.
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 And
Yeah.
so I thought it was interesting because I thought they would continue in that split safety trend. And then throughout the preseason, we saw just exclusively single high safety looks from DeMeco Ryans, and with the starters, Talanoa Hufanga would be the starting safety. And people said he was going to be more aggressive. He was going to blitz more. I saw, I think, like 2 or 3 creative blitzes, one that brought K'Wan Williams and all of that. But I didn't think he did anything with their fronts that put pressure on the Lions' offensive line. I thought they played a lot of single high and played a little bit too much man coverage, especially with the personnel they had. I mean, a lot of people got on Tart for the touchdown he gave up to Hawkinson. And, maybe I think Tart is still not 100% there, and I think a healthy Tart might have been able to make a play on that. But I also think it's a bad spot for a strong safety, 10 yards off the ball, trying to cover a top 5 tight end running an out, and he has time to throw the ball in man coverage. I think it's a tough assignment for any safety. I don't know how many safeties do make a play on the football because it was also a really nice throw from Goff. But in general, I thought they played. I thought it was a little bit of a different defense than what I expected. I thought it was going to be more closer and similar to Salah's philosophies than what I saw. And obviously, it's been just one game, but I'm interested to see how it holds up in the long run because I do anticipate if they play the defense or scheme and the way I think they played it yesterday. I mean, of course, I'm going to go back and watch it and make sure. But if they do that, I do think there are some struggles that will come down the road, especially against the teams in their division, because I do think the teams in their division do a real good job matching up against what the Niners presented on defense yesterday.